Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're back in the world of Dusty Hell. Let's get right into it. So, today I'm going to get started with expanding our little underground bunker. I've been letting our mechanical user go and collect some cobblestone for us. It's not the fastest, but it is working. That way we can expand this out because I need to improve our production. What's the word? Pipeline? Logistics? No, kinda. Let me start by grabbing some torches. Grab some coal, grab some wood. Make some sticks. And craft some more torches. Because what I want to get done is I was messing around and the max size sieve you can make is a 3x3. That's the largest. I thought we could go higher, but that's not the case. What I want to do is I want to have a infinite cobblestone generator making cobblestone like this one making gravel, because I can automate both of those with a single mechanical user. Then I want one taking gravel and breaking it into sand, and I want all of that to get automatically sieved. Alright, only took a couple in-game days, but I have the foundation of the setup. As you can see, this range collector is collecting gravel from these mechanical users down here. I have two more that I can feed as well. I have a mechanical miner set to just collect cobblestone, but I do have a problem. So I need the gravel and sand to just go into these guys, and right now it can do that. But the problem is the range collector has a blacklist and a whitelist, so actually I could just filter the collector and that would work. I completely forgot it has a whitelist, because the issue I was having was these guys will place their blocks, sieve it, but then all the outputs would get collected by the collector and clog it. But actually I could just whitelist this. To let all items through, an empty blacklist can be used. To let no items through, an empty whitelist can be used. So if I want to whitelist gravel and sand, it should still pick up the gravel and sand. And it looks like it's working. Let me take that flint out of here. We'll dump it into this chest. And then I have these two mechanical users facing out. Ow, what's hitting me? What the? What was that? What the? What is punching me? Use on block, left click. Huh. That's odd. I wonder what's causing that damage. Yeah, I have no idea. Is there something over here that does that? Huh, that's so weird. I don't know what would cause that. Anyways, so I have this mechanical user. When I feed it gravel, it places the gravel, and then the other one breaks it, turning it into sand. So that's how I can get sand. And then eventually I could also set it up for dust as well, but we already have enough dust, I don't really need to do that. But to better route our items, I wanted to make a filter, but we don't have any paper, and we don't have any sugarcane, nor is it possible to craft it. So I think we're going to have to go exploring and make the hang glider and head out to these coordinates listed here. Relative to us, minus 750 blocks on the x-axis and plus 750 on the z-axis. So it wants us to have 8 purified water bottles, a sleeping bag, and a hang glider. So a sleeping bag is 4 blue carpet and some white wool. We should have some string. If we don't, I can easily make some. There we go, string. Grab our purified water. Grab some lapis. And let's make some wool here, so we can make our sleeping bag. See, it was like that, and then I needed some carpet. Might need a little bit more. And then how do I dye this? Not painted. How do I dye the carpet blue? Oh, I'm guessing I should have just used the blue wool sleeping bag. Yeah, blue wool. Can I turn this back into carpet? No. You can burn it though for fuel, so I guess I'll do that. In which case, we're going to need a bit more wool. So how much do I need? Because you need 4 of this, which is 2 of that, so I need 4 of these guys. So I'm going to need some more string. Let me grab our bone meal, grab our silkworm, and grab our saplings. And with that, we have our sleeping bag. I did get a purified water bucket to finish off the quest here, so that fresh water, interesting. To get our purified water bottles. And then lastly, we just need to make the hang glider, which is a stick and 2 glider wings, which will take leather, which we can't get because we need a lot of stuff. You can get it from smelting 4 rotten flesh. How much rotten flesh do we have? 1. That's not a good amount. That means we're gonna have to go either hunting zombies, or this might be a good time to make a mob farm. And we're gonna have to build it outside. Now, how will I want to collect the drops? I think we'll just have the drops collect maybe over here. Wouldn't be bad, because then you could just have them like be right here. If I grab some slabs, you could just have the drops come in right here in like a 4x4. And to build it, we're gonna need quite a lot of cobblestone. Let's see, that should be a good start. See if we can, oh, that's not good. Oh, that was awkward. What is causing me to get hit? I still don't know what is doing that. But some more cobblestone here. We should be good to build it. Now I will need a bunch of food to actually go up. But with all this purified water, actually if we take our cold drinks, we should be good to build it. Put away the book. You can wear the sleeping bag? Oh. Okay, that's really funny. So if you wear it, you just go to sleep. That's funny. Grab our food, beef jerky and PB&J, and then I'll just have to go outside and build the mob farm, grab some more cobblestone. How much iron? That gives 16. How much iron do we have? Quite a lot. So if we do this, can actually make a couple fans. I think I'll need, let's see, how big is the range on this? That'll determine how many we need. Oh, cool, you can turn it. How do you turn it on, though? Open blocks. Blocks, fan. The fan will blow players in the direction it's facing. Oh, maybe I have to turn it on. No, shift right clicking does that. Maybe it needs a lever. Grab a stick and do this. Oh, there we go. Now it works. And let's see. I want to see if I turn it this way. Okay, it looks like it is a 3 wide radius. So I should be able to just generally, you have to build, you know, the cross design and have the water flowing. But with the fan, we should be able to just have all the mobs spawn on a platform and then have them pushed like so. So you would build a big square, have a fan blow all of them down here, and then have another fan blow them into the corner and have them fall. So this spot over here would be the corner, and we would just build it out that way. So let me grab this stuff. We're gonna need, it only blows 3 though, so we'll need at least 3 fans for this side and then 1 on that side. Let's build 2 more fans. Put that away, we'll come back for more. take some diamonds and make a diamond pickaxe so I don't have to use these stone ones. And then, what can I use these stone ones for? I guess I'll just leave them in a chest. Then we should be good to go. Let me grab 2 more levers. And with all of this, we should be good to build the mob farm. Alright, the mob farm is completed. It's a little ugly on the outside, but don't you worry about that. Pretty standard design, as you can see. Water flows from each 4 channels and pushes them into the central column. There are a couple of fans inside to help speed up the pushing process. And then they all get pushed down onto these spikes right over here, which finish them off. Now, it was a little annoying. I had to put this fan here to push the drops into the hoppers because the stone spikes are too big, so the items can't get picked up through the floor. But it does work. It's not super fast, but it is working, as you can see, which is pretty nice. Now, obviously, once we get, whatchamacallit, like the cursed earth, that should make it go a lot faster, because we'll get a lot better mob spawns. Now, if we take our rotten flesh, we should be able to, how much do I have? Is that all of it? I think that's all of it. We're going to start smelting this down because we need to make our thingamabob. What was it called? Hang glider. So this is going to take a lot of leather, which is taking a lot of that. Multiply it by 4. So we need 2 wings. 6 times 4. Actually, 6 times 2 times 4. So that's 48 leather. 48 rotten flesh. Which is going to take quite a while, what it seems like. Which means, is there anything we can continue to work on? So, we're mostly done here. I guess what I can do is, we can take all the cobblestone we've been getting, and some of our dirt, and we can start building a nice little wall on the outside here. As you can see, I started it a little bit, but we need to fully encompass a larger area. That way we can grow some more trees and get some farming going. So I think I'll just build a wall around this entire little sand dune, get some torches, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so we have this wall completely covering our compound. And I think it should keep most things out. There are a couple variant enemies I've been seeing, like the giant zombies, giant skeletons, that could probably see over this. But for everything else, this should be good enough. And this will let us start getting some bigger farms on the outside. Because I was thinking about just expanding the basement, technically, and adding more stuff. But overall, I was thinking that if I just kept adding more and more stuff to that, it would just get really annoying pretty fast because we're digging underground and there's all this dust everywhere, which means I'm going to have to keep rebuilding the top floor, which was going to get pretty annoying. But now that we have more dirt, we can start on a little farm to get some more crops. And along with that, get a lot more trees, which will be really good. Because right now, the only thing we need to worry about is food. As you can see, diminishing returns start after eating any food one more time. And I have to eat this. There we go. Nutritional value. Eaten 4 times in the last 24 hunger. So, as you eat the same food over and over, you get less value out of it. Which means we're going to have to use Pam's Harvest Craft to get a lot of stuff. Nice. This is working really well. We're already at 20. That's really good. So we could take a look at some of our seeds here because we have rice, cantaloupe, we have an orange sapling. Let's plant that. And then let's see, how many leaves do I have? Looks like 0. We do have a lot of bone meal though, so we could compost into some dirt. Dirt. Compost. Dirt has to be in a barrel. Like this. So I'll move this guy upstairs. Okay, some of these mobs are a little annoying. Some a lot more than others. Okay, well at least he finally blew up. Gotta say, the nighttime does look pretty cool though. It's a little dark of a night, so you can't see all the constellations. But you can see some of them. So, I'm gonna put my wooden barrel right over here. That's not a wooden barrel, that's a block of dirt. And I'm gonna harvest a bunch of trees so I can make more compost. Now I will need a bunch of leaves for this, so I'm gonna need my shears, but then we should be good to go and I can start the agricultural revolution. Alright, it's now looking like a proper farm. We got a nice little orange tree growing some fresh oranges. I planted the birch and the acacia saplings, so hopefully those will grow soon. And we have melon and rice starting to grow. Well, technically this is cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is a melon. Anyways, so while I was busy doing that, the mob farm has been at work producing rotten flesh, and we've been cooking that into leather. So now we should be able to make our hang glider. Where are my sticks? I got the sticks. So we just need to make 2 of these. Combine them with a stick. And we're good to go. Multiple quests completed. More than dust gives us purified water, a cheeseburger, and the choice between a red heart or a grilled cheese. I'm gonna take the grilled cheese right now. Let's see, how do I craft the heart container? At Bob. Heart amulet. Oh, you just need one and some glass and string. So I should be able to craft one because I have a couple of these. Let's see, heart container, heart amulet. Then I should be able to put these guys in. How do I do this? How do you use this? Red heart canister, relic apple, wither bone. Bobbly heart canisters. Yeah, you should be able to, because I can wear it, but this isn't giving me extra health. At least it doesn't look like it. Like, I can eat this? Okay, not sure what that did. Anyways. I could also craft a full leather set now. Because if the leather helmet reduces our heat, does the rest of it do it as well? Not actually sure. But hey, it's better than nothing, and it's cheaper than iron armor. But now that we're all set with that, we can go explore and finish out nothing but dust. So we need to go down 750 on the x-axis and up 750 on the z-axis. So if I just come right here and set a waypoint, we need to go minus 750 here. So that would be negative 350 or so. Negative 50, no, negative 300. And then plus 750 would take us to 1250. Is that right? I think so. Let's see. Where is the waypoint? There we go. So it's saying it's about that way, which I think I did it right. Minus 750 on the X, plus 750 on the Z. That's the wrong one. Minus 750 on the X, plus 750 on the Z. We should be good to go. Now, we do need to make a tall thing to jump off of to use the hang glider. So let's grab some of our cobblestone. Let's see, let's grab our water. Let's make a bow as well. That way I can use all of our arrows. More arrows in here. More in there. Nice, getting a good amount of stuff. Where'd the redstone come from? Oh, probably a witch. Let's see. So we should be good to go. Lots of food, lots of water, couple of torches. We have our sleeping bag. So we need to go that direction. We could probably jump off of this. Let's just build a tall tower. And then let's head off to that direction. Hopefully that is the right way. Minus 750 on the X, so that would put us... Minus 750, yeah, so it's right... Okay, so it should be over there. So, let's build our tower. Let's build it over here. And then I could just add ladders later. That's fine. Wonder how the hang... Actually, I should have tested the hang glider. Okay. Alright, pretty easy to use. Just equip it and jump off. Because I was worried if it was like the Elytra. And then bad stuff could have happened. Okay, how do I turn... Okay, and then you just right click, take it off. Perfect. So, let's climb up this guy. Lots of stuff. Yeah, because we need to go pretty far. We're going 1,000 blocks. Luckily not too bad. But, let's get going. Okay, I think this is good enough. Let's go. Alright, looks like we made it. Everything loaded in at the same time. Let's land towards this flat area over here. Oh, why am I on fire? There's a blaze. That's not good. I fly very slow. We're gonna have to go in for a crash landing. Trademark incorporated. Okay, this place is extremely dangerous. Let's see, pigmen. Huh. Skeleton. Okay, I need to head to the outskirts. The inside is way too dangerous. We could lose our life here. Are these pigmen hostile? They don't seem to be. They don't seem to be hostile. So the zombie pigmen should leave me alone. Zombie spawner. I should be able to just break these. Oh. Yeah, they're not hostile. Juniper, cookies and milk. Cool stuff. So I'm gonna just look for these seared bricks, which should be in the center, and then I'm gonna try to bail out. Let's see. Don't see. There's a skeleton before. Okay, looks clear now. Death creeper. Okay, that's not good. I'm gonna keep my distance from this guy. Because with the name of a death creeper, I don't think anything good can come out of dealing with that. Okay, I'm gonna break some of these blocks here so I can seal the windows. Because I want to safely gather the material. Nope, clear that. Block this one. Nothing should come from the top. I don't think there was rooftop access. And we're all set. Oh, just one right here. Eat another cheeseburger. 84% nutritional value. Pretty good. Gives you a lot of stuff. Yeah, because you could see, I noticed it when I came in. Here are the seared bricks. There's a lot of dust, though. What is this? Orange concrete. And then wood planks. Is there anything under these? Brown stone, birch wood planks. A spawner for zombie pigmen. Interesting. Not really worried about the zombie pigmen spawners though. Scorched pavers. So I think I need to just take all of this. But it seems like all the danger is outside, so we should be safe. Scorched bricks, done. This will let us build a foundry, so I kind of want to take as much as we can, because then I don't have to craft it myself. And it's basically here. Oh, here for free. I just gotta be careful not to damage the pigmen. We should be good. Let's see, what do I use? The scorched pavers are part of the high oven, safe for decoration. I need the bricks. Brownstone. Oh, there's the spawner. Yeah, I want to grab all the bricks. Yeah, I was a bit worried because with how many zombie pigman spawners there were, I thought they were going to be hostile. But it looks like they're pretty chill. You just got to be careful not to attack them, otherwise we will end up aggroing the entire city, which would not be good. So you grab all of this. How many do we got? Safe for decoration. Pigman Knight. Yeah, see, some of these guys would definitely mess me up. Take a look at the quest here. Seared bricks and a choice between clay. I'm going to take the clay. Is it just one clay? No, it's 16. Pretty cool. And then there's another source at a factory, which is 1,000 blocks north and 1,000 blocks X and 1,000 blocks Z. More dangerous than this place. I can make my own circuits, but extra ones wouldn't hurt. So if I go here, I can get circuits, which is really useful. But I should be able to craft them myself. Kind of just depends. Wait, why is the... If I come out to the center here, will that fix it? I guess not. The journey map has been really annoying. Why is it stuck on... Oh, I forgot, it's going to be very hot. Let's see, cookies and milk. Let's see, we have enough water, we should be fine. But we will start getting very hot though. Spawner shards, you can melt it down. Spawner shards are a crafting ingredient found by breaking spawners. Once a spawner is in the world, once a spawner always drops 1 shard. Looks like you can only just break it down into iron though. Not bad. And then scorched bricks, seared bricks, safe for decoration. Seared brick goes into the seared drain, so we can mess about with Tinker's Construct, Smeltery Controller. Saves us some resources, but I think it's time to get out of here. Now, oh wait, which way was home? Wait a minute. Is this home over here? Actually, it might be. Home, save. Okay, that is home. Perfect. So we just need to head back. Maybe I should loot some of the buildings though. Is it worth it? I only have a little bit of space. Okay, why are you guys aggroed? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but they're all really mad at me, so I'm getting out of here. I don't even think I did anything, so I'm not sure why they aggroed. It's so strange. Alright, we made it home. Just in time. Luckily, it did start cooling down. Now the sun is starting to go down. But I definitely want to go back there to get access to those chests. Because I want to see if we can get some more seeds. Juniper berry. Because we need to eat a variety of food in order to actually stay pretty well stocked. Plant this guy, juniper berry. Looks like an orange is finished. Cool. Can eat an orange as well. Not eaten recently. Morsel. What can I use this for? Let's see. Also need to do fresh water pot, honey or sugar, plus a bunch of stuff. Yeah, there's tons of things we can craft. Tons of food. It would just take a lot of effort. Juicer and orange makes orange juice, which is unfulfilling, but I think it cools you down a lot, which is really useful. So that's probably what I'll use all the juice for. I actually lost my water bucket because I right-clicked the water bottle with it, which was not good, but made it home anyway. And now that we have all these seared bricks, we can start on a smeltery. Now it seems like the more than just dust quest line is just to get you to these pre-generated structures that have loot, which is really useful. Now, it seems like the next one is going to be a lot better because it has these, what's the word, pneumatic craft stuff, along with circuits, which would help jumpstart our production. But we could also, I see that zombie over there. Don't know where he's going. But we could also work on this stuff. Ever exploded a stack of iron to start pneumatic craft, and that will unlock a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, because you can see part of the items here are stuff we can go get. Just depends on what we want to do. And that would essentially unlock tier 1 solutions, which would be pretty good. Leadstone jetpack. I do have these. Lead. And I have the flux capacitor. I could make a jetpack. Just depends on... I don't really have a way to power it, so it'd kind of be useless. But I think right now, what I need to focus on is one, we're going to build a smeltery because we can use Tinker Construct tools, which should be pretty good. Let's see, what do we got in here? A bunch of bones. It's actually really useful because now I can finish the quest to make all of the bone stuff from the first chapter. Bone crook, bone hoe. Yep, bones and sticks. Where are my sticks? Sticks. So let's see. Bone crook. Bone hoe. Bone sword. And I'll just store these away for now. Bone sword, axe, pickaxe, and shovel. Axe, pickaxe, and shovel. Now, are these any better than... Oh, and it gives you the canister. I still don't know how to use this. Do I just right-click this? Do I right-click? No, that lets me put it on. I still don't know how to use the thingamabob. Oh, you shift right-click and you can put it in. I see. So now if I wear this, it gives me a little bit of extra health. Nice. L moment for the monsters. Now, that doesn't... There's no reward for this, so I guess that doesn't matter. Cooking utensils. This will be useful because you get different varieties of food, good soup. You'll have the spider eye soup and whatever else soups you can get and like it. Legit soups are a great way to provide variety to your diet. Oh, and that gives me a good way to turn spider's eye into something edible. But it's a very light meal. It does not give you a whole lot. But now that that stuff is kind of out of the way... Aren't you... Oh, they broke, that's why. Let's see. Let's set up our smeltery controller. I need another chest. Oh no, there's room in here. Put away all this. Actually, you can melt you down. And then store the rest of this in here. And we should be good. Seared brick. Bunch of other stuff. Let's see. Where does it say Tinkers? Ah, right here. Smeltery controller, just made from seared brick. Expedient solution, number 1. The Tinker's multi-block is a good way to double or even triple your ores if you use a high oven. The best part, you can do it right now. What is a high oven? High oven. Cast items from a high oven. Tinkers, let me see. At Tinkers. There should be a quest book that explains what to do, but I don't see one. Oh, there we go. Materials and you. There's no way to craft it. That's annoying. Usually they have it as a reward, but not in this case. Well, I think I should be able to still do it. Let's see. Smeltery. Smelter. Smelting. Evil infused ingot. Yeah, because I should need the controller. Then we should need a small version of the meltery. No. Seared heater. Fuels the melter and alloy tank using solid fuels. Alloy tank. Huh. Without the quest book, I'm not actually sure how to build it. It should be the same as the other thing. Fluid input for the high oven. Yeah, see, it keeps referencing the high oven, but I don't actually know what that is. Maybe I should look it up. Okay, so I figured it out. It was exactly the same as I was used to. So it is just a simple smeltery from Tinker's Construct. It seems like the scorched one is just a different type of building, because I should be able to smelt stuff in here. Like if I take out our iron, like if we grab this and make this into iron, we will need some lava though. No lava. Let me throw in some gravel. I think does work. But we should be able to just throw ores in here and it should work. I don't see why not. Yeah, because it shows up here. You just get one. Whereas the high oven looks like it triples the output. You just have to reach the high enough temperature. I've just never used high ovens before, so I'm not actually sure if it's different. Looks kind of the same. How do I make a high oven controller? High oven. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. Scorched shoot. High oven controller, scorched bricks. It just seems like it is more expensive because scorched bricks take seared stone and bricks. Yeah, no valid fuel in the smeltery. So I just need to put some lava in here and then it should be good to go. Then we can use that to cast all sorts of stuff. Now I do have some more grout making some more seared brick, which is not really that important. Put some more gravel in there. But I guess that's that mystery solved. Just another thing we can do to triple the output. Not really that different from just using the grindstone to double it though, honestly. It's about the same. But let's see, what do we have left? I guess we need to start working through Trouble in Tech Town to get tier 1 circuits. Because this is just optional stuff you can do. We just have to go through here. We could also head to this place, which is plus 1000x, plus 1000y. Oh, wrong button. So plus 1000 on x is 1439. And plus 1000 on z is 1000. Which puts us... It's annoying I can't zoom out, but it seems like it's... Probably should have named these. Let me see. Waypoints. Which is which? That seems wrong, doesn't it? Because one is over here, and one is over there. Okay, that must be the other one. That's the new one. So, I think I need better armor. Actually, if it's just more zombie pigmen, that's actually not too difficult. Zombie pigmen aren't that dangerous. But I definitely should upgrade my armor though. Let's see. I have the iron to do so. Plus 2. What about the chest plate? Let me see. Chest. Plus 6. Plus 3. Plus 8. I guess the issue though is just heating up. Because if I take this off, 16. Put it back on. Doesn't seem like it does anything. Because I should be able to get enough diamonds to make a full suit pretty easily thanks to the setup. The worry though is just that if I wear that much armor, will I develop heat stroke really fast? Who's to say? Purified water. I definitely do want to head back over there though to get more resources out of it, because I think that's a good thing to do. The issue, though, is just going during the day causes heat stroke, which is a problem, so I have to go at night. Checking our crops. Big tree. Just really nice. Sun is starting to go down, so I guess we have to head this way next. And I think I'll just build a bigger tower. That way you can take off. So I do have some time before night, so I'm going to build that, and then we'll get ready to go. Alright, let's head off to this place and see if we can grab the pneumatic craft gear. Okay, so not sure what happened, but my hang glider just kicked me off, and I almost lost the save. That would have been really bad. So our stuff is somewhere in that direction. Why am I so hot? It's nighttime. Oh, that's where they're getting in from. That's not good. I'm not gonna lose the run to a tiny zombie. That's for sure. Huh. Well, that was anticlimactic. So I think I'm just gonna process a bunch of iron, get some gear, and then head back out there and see if we can recover my stuff. Alright, so I was able to recover all of my stuff. As you can see, there's no glider, so I'm not sure what happened there. If I had to guess, maybe the glider has like a durability on it that just wasn't showing, because I really don't understand why I just fell out of the sky like that. Looks like I also lost my heart necklace. That's weird. I don't know why I'd lose that. Eaten 6 times in the last 24. Let's see, it's 87.5. 85.42. Yeah, so it does want you to really eat a variety of foods. So I think what I'm just gonna do now, since I have the basics for everything. Why am I so hot? Start cooling down. I have the basics for resource automation. Exploring just gives me stuff I can craft. So I think what I'm gonna do is just hoard a bunch of resources and then start working on trouble in Tech Town. Because once I can produce circuits, that should just make everything a lot easier. What is this? UV exposure. Because what I want is some way to get better at the heat. And if we're going to go into a place with a lot of mobs, I'm going to need better armor anyway. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I need better resource storage. We don't have access to AE for quite a while. There is applied energistics. Applied energistics, as you could see. But even making something like the well, you don't even need a controller, but like the ME drive is locked behind dark steel plates. I don't even know how to make that. Dark steel. How do you even make dark steel? Yeah, I don't even know how to make that. Oh, high oven mixing. That's how. Yeah, so that's going to come pretty late. So, what could I use for... We don't really have a good storage method then. But I do want another range collector. Ranged collector. But that also takes dark steel ingots. So that's out of the way. Decisions. Because that would make stuff easier. Because right now everything gets dumped on the floor. Unless... You know what I could do? Maybe if I use... What is hitting me? Place block, right click. Use item on block, left click, random slot. Is it one of these guys? I really don't understand what right here is hitting me. It's really odd. Is it this guy? No, it's not the... Anyways, I have my work cut out for me. I'm going to start working through trouble in Tech Town, and what we need to do first is explode a stack of iron, because we need 32 compressed iron ingots. Luckily we have tons of gunpowder and sand, so making the TNT won't be a problem. We just need to start hoarding a bunch of other resources. Now I also thought thermal expansion had thermal... These had caches, right? For storing... Yeah, they do have caches for storing individual items, which would be useful as well. Alright, so I got pretty geared up, built a new glider. I think I'm ready to head on to this location. I'm guessing sunrise is coming pretty soon. Hopefully this glider doesn't run out on me, but just gotta try it. Okay, glider equipped, jump. And I'm gonna not click anything, just in case, because I don't want to fall again. That would suck. Alright, looks like it just loaded in the horizon. It was funny, I noticed it was loading because I was trying to eat some snacks and it just wouldn't eat. So I could tell, oh yep, there's my morsels. I was trying to eat the monster jerky and it just wouldn't consume it, and I was thinking, oh, it's probably because the server's lagging, that's why. Okay, grab my bow, grab our raspberry juice. That'll let us cool down by quite a lot. Now let's see if we can find our pneumatic craft items. It's probably the same deal. Check the building in the center. Stuff on the outside just has some chests. Hopefully it's just zombie pigmen again, and we should be good to go. Not seeing any spawners though, not seeing anything out of the ordinary so far. Okay, that's a big guy. Hopefully they don't get set off. I'm worried about what makes them get aggroed, so I would just want to go in and out as fast as possible. Okay, here's the center. This looks promising. We come inside. See, they randomly take damage, and I feel like they randomly take damage, and then that's like the tip off. Okay, here's the pneumatic craft stuff. Let me grab this. Okay, nice transistors. Gotta grab this. Ooh, that's a whole lot of good stuff. I do have, what can I drop? I can drop this bow, we could eat some huckleberries. Let's see, grab the transistors, unassembled PCBs, plastic, capacitors. Tons of good, oh, okay, that scared me. Don't need the bone sword. Okay, I'm gonna grab this pressure stuff. Then I think we need to get out of here. Maybe it's like a trigger. If there's too many of them in one place, that's what spawns them. I mean, triggers them to attack. Hard to say. Okay, that's all of that. That's good to go. Oh, I can put torches here. Grab all this stuff. Compressed iron ingots are probably the best things to grab. Let's see. Those are really easy to get. PCBs, printed control circuits, green plastic. See if there's anything else in here. Luckily this place is pretty chill. Not too bad. I'm not sure what sets them off though. That's the scary part. Let's see, white plastic, all sorts of stuff. Let's see, I can dump some arrows, those are renewable. See if I can find anything else. Check some of these buildings. Luckily no, what are they called? Blazes are spawning, which is nice. Because those guys are the bane of my existence. A super cold drink, let me drink that real quick. Yeah, lowers my body temperature by quite a lot. A tempered flask, eggplant seed. Does this do anything? Tempered flask, pure water, filled flask. It doesn't really do anything. Let's see, I don't want to damage these guys. I don't want to set them off. Now, which way is home? That way. So let's slowly make our way around the side here. Let's see, this might have more pneumatic craft items. Carrot juice. An ender pearl, I'm going to take this. Okay, that was... Okay, they're triggered. Let's go. Time to leave. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that. Like, they just fall off the building and they go, it was that guy. He pushed me. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything of the sort. But we got out with a bunch of pneumatic craft items, which is really nice. Now we just got to get home. Luckily, it's only a couple thousand blocks. Okay, let's see. We're far enough away. So I'm just going to build a big tower and then paraglide all the way home. Pretty funny. That tower is pretty tall, but when I jump off of it, I don't even get near to my destination. But when I built this tower this time around, I made it like all the way home pretty easily. Not sure what's the deal with that. Maybe I just have to make it even taller. But we got our spoils of war, another seed, pretty nice. Oh, I also set up in between this little dirt automatic composter. It's just a bunch of wooden barrels and a chest with some servos. All you do is dump in organic waste and it automatically turns it into dirt. Really handy for expanding the farm. Let me place some more. There's a trumpet somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can fill in this side. And if I count this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be the entire square almost finished. Which is pretty nice. Making sure you have a, what's the word? Like enough variety of food is actually pretty important. I didn't think it would be that important, but because of how little like a lot of this stuff gives you, like you really need to make it into higher quality food pretty soon. I also sifted some of the dirt and was able to get sugarcane seeds. So now I can make paper, which is really nice, so I can make filters. Let's see, we got all of our stuff here. Let me plant this dirt so we can plant some more trees. Put this guy right over here. So we can get some more trees. I want to see if I can get more fruit trees as well, because fruit juice is really good. Like this raspberry juice, you can see my temperature is 16 out of 16. I drink it. Drops it almost by half and gives you a speed effect, which is really nice. Now let's see, that should have finished the quest. Refinery and a thermo-pneumatic processing plant. Huh, I guess I missed these. I can craft these though, because we got glass and the compressed iron. Some glass, diamond. Let's see, I should have a bit more glass somewhere. I guess not. More diamonds. I was also trying to rework this to work better. My issue with this setup though, and I think I'm going to rework it again. My issue is I can mine the cobblestone really easily, but then breaking it with mechanical users is pretty slow, as you could see. So I need more mechanical users, at least until I can get access to a pulverizer. Actually, I have a basic control circuit. Oh no, but we don't have electrum. Actually, electrum blend is gold and silver. Can I make this though? Gold chunk. I think I can make that because we can pulverize it in the... Wait, can I not pulverize gold in this thing? That's odd. Let me see. Gold or chunk. You can't put... No, it was right there. I just saw it. It was at the end. Yeah, you can. Pulverized gold. Electrum. Okay, so I could make a pulverizer now. Pulverizer. Because before I couldn't do it because we need basic control circuits, and as you could see, it takes 4 plastic and a PCB to craft, and we have 2 PCBs. So I could do that, and that would make it a little bit easier, but that is a lot of resources for it. How do I make PCBs? You need an unassembled PCB, 3 transistors, and 3 capacitors. And then a capacitor takes plastics, redstone, compressed iron, and then plastics take a plastic mixer, which takes liquid plastic, and then you have to put in, it looks like, different dyes in order to make that. Interesting. But to make this, you just need compressed iron. So you can see I moved the range collector right over here to put it next to it. Makes it a little bit easier to manage, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me craft these two items, the refinery and the pneumatic processing plant. Compressed tube. Oh, I need more glass. Where's my sand? I think I'm out of sand too. Dust. Yeah, all out of sand as well. That's why it's a little annoying, because I want this to work better so that I can get a bunch of sand to make glass when I need it. I don't want to have to do it manually. But I think to do so with these basic machines, I'm gonna need a lot more space. But we're doing good stuff. What are these even for? Sneak for info. Part of the assembly line can laser items on the assembly platform adjacent to it. It cannot be set up diagonally in relation to the platform. Assembly controller platform. What is this for? Required machines. Assembly program drill. Block of compressed iron. Compressed valves. Interesting. But then once we have that done, it's saying we should be able to make that. Gotcha. Okay. So I think what I need to do is start going through this quest line to get access to tier 1 circuits. We got a couple items here, so all we'll need is a lot of glass and a lot of iron, so I can make the compressed iron. How do I make this block is used to create a pressure chamber. Create a hollow 3x3, 4x4, or 5x5 with pressure chamber walls. How many did I get? 15. So we're going to need more of those to make a 3x3 block. It's going to be 27 minus 1. But then we should be good to go, which is nice. Just a lot more to do, a lot of stuff to work on, which would be interesting. But then, with more than just dust, looks like there is another place over here and one over here. This one's on a different planet though. I do find it funny that usually, since you could still read it, I can see, oh, maybe I should go to this place here, x minus 2,000 blocks from my shuttle. But I'm going to wait until we actually unlock it. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rework our resource generation for higher throughput so we can actually get a lot more resources. And then we're going to start working on this chapter here, Trouble in Tech Town, and that should let us start working on this stuff here, which is the tier 1 solutions for expedient solutions, and that should let us progress a lot further. But as always, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.